Good afternoon everyone, my name's Swift and today I'm standing in the middle of a 23-acre field. This field is soon to be a housing development. I've gained express permission to metal detect here for 3 days. Hopefully we'll be able to pull out the goodies and see what was here before the houses. This site has been excavated by professional archaeologists. I'm not a professional by any means, however the next 3 days I'm going to be searching wherever I can for archaeological finds. There's been lots of neolithic axe heads, flint tools, there's been Bronze Age burial grounds, roundhouse that's burnt down over that way somewhere, there's been Roman finds, lots of Roman coins, brooches, shoe studs from the leather shoes, Saxon, medieval coins, lots and lots of them. So it's pretty safe to say this is a very, very well used site over the last 3,000 to 5,000 years. I'm going to get my metal detecting gear out, go over there near the medieval settlement. There was a medieval settlement as well, which is really interesting. And yeah, lots of clothes hooks, fasteners, lead weights, all types of stuff has come up from the archaeological groups. Let's get over there, start digging holes before these houses are built. For anyone wondering what equipment I'm using the XP Deus Light metal detector. The light version don't have a headset, which is great for me, because then I'm not going by the screen and fiddling about and faffing all day with the buttons. But first target out, I believe this to be a George I Halfpenny, copper halfpenny. That's a really nice start to the day. It's literally my third signal and I've got a coin. We didn't have to travel too far, just under the surface. Just found hammered coin. I won't rub it too much, but yeah, it looks like a Tudor coin with a shield on one side. Possibly, yeah it is, I see the crown at the top there. This is an Elizabeth I 1 or 2 penny, half groat I believe. Yeah, it's a bit big for a penny, so half groat I'm going to say. Should be able to see 2 dots beside the head. I can't quite make it out, but yeah, Elizabeth I half groat. Just found a really nice, what looks to be a horse harness pendant. That's a really nice one as well. Hopefully I'll clean that up, and it looks like it's got red and blue enamel in the middle there, so another great find here. I just found a George V half crown. This is absolute, oh no sorry, this is a 1 Florin. Awesome. I haven't found one of them before. Pure silver, dated 1914. It is before 1921. Everything was pure silver. After that, all the sixpences and shillings and stuff and half crowns, they went to about 70% silver I believe, something like that. Anyway, silver for today. I hammered a minute ago. We're on a roll folks. We're still on the same hole folks. I'll just give it a quick swing over to see if there's any more in there. And there was. This is a George V sixpence. This thing took absolutely ages to find. The hole is about 9 inches deep, a bit taller than my wrist. And I've just pulled out. It was a bit of a dodgy signal to be fair. This is a Nurenburg, what I believe to be a Nurenburg Jetton, like a trading token. Back from the 1600s, Tudor period. Epic find. It's very rare to see half of one of these, but then again this was a worked field for pretty much millennia. So the ploughs obviously cut that straight in half. Next find up is a coin of some kind. I see a radiate, a little spike on the back of the head. This could be a Roman coin folks. This is more likely a reproduction after the Romans left. The coins obviously got smaller and smaller as years went by and people started counterfeiting the coins. And the portraits ended up really crude because of the counterfeiting. They just copied each other. Anyway, One for the Roman, I don't find many of these. You're not going to believe what I just found. My other hole is literally here. I just dug here. Oh my god. Look at this. This is what I believe to be Edward I hammered coin, but look at the quality of that. Let's find some more of these. That's the second hammer today, and the fourth silver. If you include that dodgy sixpence, that's like half silver. I've quite literally dug about 20-30 holes, all aluminium and random bits of lead. Then I pull out this. This is a cut quarter from a John or Henry hammer coin. Let's get in there. It beats digging trash, doesn't it? Three buttons and a Coke can later. Just done it again. This time is half a hammered, and the pictures and detail on it is really exquisite. It just goes to show the history here. It's not a monarch I can relate to that I recognise. It's probably a John. Yes, it is a John. You can see the lettering. Look at this for a coin. Absolutely perfect. That is in really good condition for the age. On the back you have a voided short cross, yeah, with 4 pallets inside, just like the cut quarter I got a moment ago. Yeah, we need some more like this, don't we, folks? Look at that, that's incredible. Quite literally 2 targets later, and we've got another one of them Jettons. That's quite interesting, that is. So there's definitely some sort of trading post, or, you know, meeting place here at some point. I didn't have to go too far. Hammer coin number 3, isn't it, or 4? This one's a real small one, probably a Elizabeth penny. It's got a shield on this side, so oh dear, I think I clipped it with my spade. That's not very professional, is it? Right next to it in the same hole is kind of beep 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 beep. Really strong target next to it. It's a little medieval Spindlewhorl. These things have a hole in the middle. They used to turn wool. Put this on a stick. Put a stick through here. To be honest, I'm not too sure how you turn wool, but that's how most people describe them. With a stick through the middle, you can spin it and do your twine from your wool. Only a few feet back I found that Spindlewhorl. Now I found some type of penny, I believe. It looks like an old one. There's a Britannia on this side and a George II head on that side. Absolutely incredible. These are 1700s in date. Yeah, this is actually in quite good condition. So on to the next decent find. It's a bit of lead, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that there's patterning on it. It looks like a picture of some wheat or something, or it could be random lines on a round bit of lead. Oh, look at that. It's an old farming token, what the field workers used to get paid with. Oh my god, I don't know what age that is. I'm terribly sorry about that, folks, my battery just died. But yeah, it's really good to see a wheat farmer's token in a wheat field. Get in there! Right, I just pulled this thing out of the hole and it looks pretty battered. Ah, Good bit of silver though. I thought it was a hammered coin. It got my heart going for quite a few seconds. This is a Gilliam's, a William III. It's bigger than a sixpence, so it must be a shilling. That's pretty cool. That side you can just about make out his head in the wording. On the other side it's pretty blank, but we'll see what it turns out like when we clean it up. This is fairly hard to see on camera, but I believe I've just pulled up a very early medieval, possible Saxon strap end. Absolutely lovely condition. There you have it. Look at that work of beauty. The other side isn't symmetrical, it's kind of one-sided. Must have went on the bottom of a big leather tassel or toggle or something, possibly even for a sword scabbard. Little tassel from there. Really nicely, intricately worked. Down at the bottom point here. I don't think anything snapped off there, but I'll never be too sure till I clean it up properly. Let's get a bit more of this crud off, and then later we can have a nice proper look at it. That's pretty awesome. Saxon strap end. I just found what I believe to be another hammered coin. I think it's over here. Yeah, right there. That is absolutely awesome. Let's find out what she is. Of course, very, very well worn. That's incredibly well worn. Judging by the 3 pallets and the long cross on the back, I'd say Edward, or yeah, one of the Edwards. Edward I I'll go with. You can just about make out Edward down the side there. And on the back you have, I don't know how well that's coming out, but you have 3 pallets with a behind me here you can see a octagon shaped house. That's the old toll or gatehouse. This is a very highly medieval area, medieval marketplace, trading post, somewhere to commit commerce and stuff like that. Commit commerce sounds criminal. Anyway, enough of these C words. Let's go follow these tracks all the way back there, see what I can pick up. If there's anything good I'll show you live as and when I find it and clean it up. There's a good, really bright target there. So let's see what it is. Oh, I'm so thankful it's rained, because this was rock solid ground. It's in here somewhere. Whoa, that's bright, it's falling out. Let's get the pinpointer on that. It's over here somewhere. Oh, it's a coin. Oh, it is a coin. Oh, metal detector's going nuts. Oh my god, what is that? It's a bit thin, so I'm wary of saying it's Roman actually, but why it don't look Roman is because it's so thin. Yes, at least it's a coin. Happy days on a live dig. I thought it was a Coke can or ring pull or something, but that's the type of target that sounds just like it, so you have to dig any target that sounds good. I'm going to try another live dig. This one is very, very scratchy. Let's just get rid of all this corn out of the way. Wheat, sorry. Right there. That's brightened up quite a lot. Double check all of the piles we have. Let's give it another dig, because that has got really faint all of a sudden, which probably means it's trash, or it means I've turned the coin on its side. Oh, it's in here. It's a part of a button. Can't win them all, but you've got to dig them holes. Right, that is it for day 1. Tomorrow is day 2, and we're going to be concentrating right here next to, or on top of, what used to be a medieval trading post, marketplace. That building, octagon shaped building behind me, that's the old gatehouse, toll house, whatever you want to call it. in and out of the trading post and the village of Walton back in the day when it used to survive heavily on the commerce from fishing here in Felixstowe. What I'll do is I'm going to pack up, get lots of water and food in me, ready for tomorrow. I'll see you then. This is day 2 of the 3-day dig. I'm now in the medieval marketplace, or what used to be a medieval marketplace. You see behind me a tractor and digger and stuff digging test pits. It's come through here quite often. It's flattened down all the wheat for me, luckily. So fingers crossed we find some more hammers. There's loads of junk in this area being next to the main. And fingers crossed we pull up some more hammers and more personal interesting artefacts. I've been digging this medieval site for about 2.5–3 hours. There's so many signals here, it's just hard to distinguish between the tin cans and the coins. Now what I have here, I believe, is to be half of a Roman coin. I'm not quite sure whether this is a Roman coin, but it definitely has characters or letters of some kind. It's fairly battered around the edge, which makes me believe it's Roman even more. So yeah, let's keep digging and hopefully we can stay out of this trashy area. I might move a little bit that way, further into the centre of the medieval trading ground. Yeah, that's a real interesting find for today. Not a clue, might be Saxon, who knows. I've just found this beautiful late medieval, early Tudor closed pendant of some type. That looks beautiful, that does. That's the back side, that's the front. Not quite sure what way it goes up, but obviously there's a bit missing off this side, which is a shame. Nice little find. Let's keep digging. I've just started making my way back from my 3rd line along this little frontage here, medieval frontage. And this, believe it or not, is a horse harness pendant. It does kind of look like a medallion you could wear around your neck as well, but typically these are horse harness pendants to decorate horse harnesses with, and the reins going around the horse's neck. I don't really want to clean it up that much, but give it a light rub. Not much on it. It must have been gilded at some time in the past with patting and lettering or something on it. Normally a coat of arms. Anyway, this is good. I've just started digging in the old bankage here next to the field. So all of the plough over the last couple of millennia is all banked up against here, so it's about 8 to 10 inches higher than the actual soil level from the field. That's pretty heavy actually. Great find, and I hope to find out exactly what this is later. But first, let's get digging more holes. I just found this little interesting piece back in late medieval times, early 1600s as well. They made toys, kids' toys, out of lead, and I believe with these markings this would represent, I think, a partridge or perhaps a funny looking horse. Normally it's horse, but this looks like the side of a bird with the head missing. It'll take a lot of researching to get down to the detail of what this is, but yeah, let's keep digging. Popped up. It's got hallmarks on the back side there. Oh, that looks fabulous. Maybe an ivory or wooden handle went on the bottom, maybe. Not quite sure of the mounting on this. Just a little fork, but you see there's a coat of arms or something in there. Possible dessert fork or children's fork. The detail is absolutely exquisite. Finds like this do not come about very often. So once again, fingers crossed, we'll be on the trail of some nice hammer coins or possible George silvers. I really can't wait to get home and research this little fella. Morning everyone, today is day 3, final day of the dig. I've dropped the metal detector and equipment entirely because today we're purely going for knapped flint tools. Over on the back in the other field we've got a Bronze Age ring ditch with a big, where that roundhouse used to be in the middle of the ring ditch, it's now all ash, so it must have burned down at some point. Behind me here you can see a ring of burials. I'm not quite sure whether these are late Neolithic or early Bronze Age burials, but there is one large burial in the centre there where they did recover a couple of urns. Let's get hunting for flint knapped tools. Fingers crossed we pull up the good one again. I'm going to be searching all on the ground over here, and behind me this direction used to be an old flint quarry back in the day. It's all, most of the bigger flints are gone now, but let's see what we pull up today. Last day of the dig, let's go. We've only been looking about 10-15 minutes. I've already pulled up 2 flint tools. This one's a little flint scraper, you can see on this edge. It's nicely worked away. On the opposite side it's nicely smooth, which means they've held it like that and napped it down from this direction. That is a very nice piece of history right there. The other one, more of the same, bit of a different shape, flat on this side and very well worked on this edge here. That's a very lovely piece, I like that, unusual shape. I have just spent the last 1.5–2 hours looking for flint tools. I've got about 15 or 20 of them. It's astounding the amount of archaeology and history laying here. It's such a shame to see it being built on in the next few months' time. Anyway, let's take a look down here quickly, show you what I found. There's some really nice flint knapped tools. So yeah, let's take a look. As you can see, I found quite a few things. All of these are flint tools. Some are really exquisite like this. Over this side we have Roman greyware, bit of medieval pottery and greyware, and some of this which has inclusions including seashells and where grass strands used to be. This is actually prehistoric pottery dating back all the way to the Bronze Age, about 3,000 to 5,000 year old pottery. That's really nice to see here. As I say, a few medieval bits, lots of Roman greyware, a couple of my favourite flint tools. There's this one here, that's the back side with the napped flint edge here. On this side you can see it's lovely and smooth, beautiful, beautiful working tool. They used to hold it like this and then cut with the chipped side, the napped side, facing down, so it, like a modern chisel, it doesn't dig into whatever they're skinning or preparing meat wise. They can just slide along like this, cutting the skin off and the tendons off things. I also found a miniature version of this. It is absolutely identical in every way, just a little version. This one I believe is used left-handed, which could mean that there's left-handed prehistoric people. As I say, you've got many different types of leaf-shaped scraper. This one's been battered by the plough a little bit over the years since it's been in the ground. I also found this one, which is very roughly shaped, but as you can see it's pretty large. That is absolutely huge. Maybe that was more for a blunt hitting item instrument, not too sure. There's a few scraping tools here which are just makeshift tools, I believe. They're very roughly done, but they are napped, and some of them, like this one, look like they're half finished. They've got a little bit of napping this side, this edge, and then here it hasn't got much, so they've probably napped this away. You can see there's a lot of hard work gone into this, and to lose that, yeah, that's about half an hour, 45 minutes whittling away at the flint, or napping, sorry, not whittling. Whittling's with sticks. Anyway, that's what I found on this side of the field. So let's move on to the other and show you what's over there. I'm about 25 metres away from the burnt out roundhouse and ring ditch, and behind me here you can see a good spoil heap of junk basically that Neolithic and prehistoric peoples just dumped all their pots and wares in and anything they don't like, bones and everything. There is so much pottery here. That's really old bit. Really old bits of pottery here again. Early Bronze Age, late Neolithic pots. Some have a red tinge. A lot of them have inclusions in, like this one. just little bits of seashell and stuff. Yeah, and that's a nice little bit of Bronze Age pottery. So this area was definitely used a lot throughout the last 5,000 years. Let's head over to the roundhouse now and show you what that looks like today. This is a ring ditch from a roundhouse. You can tell it more or less goes in a massive circle around a big pile of ash. When they had a fire inside the roundhouse back in the day, and the straw roof caught alight maybe from an odd spark, something like that. This original ditch would have been about 7 or 8 foot deep. So me standing like this gives you some good sort of figure, showing you that it's about 5 or 6 foot wide, and it would have been a big old mound each side of this ditch, stopping and slowing down any intruders and wild animals from attacking, like wolves or anything like that, which we did used to have in the United Kingdom, but obviously us humans hunted them out. Anyway, let's go and look at the roundhouse now and see what's left. Following the ring ditch round, you can see it stretches all the way over there, all the way around there in the distance, and it keeps going right the way around. 3,000 to 5,000 years ago, right here would have stood a roundhouse. I'm now sitting in what would have been the dwelling. You can see all of these earthworks here, and it's kind of real ashy grey texture to the soil. The archaeological group that was here before has followed it really delicately down to the ground level on the harder bedrock. It's not rock here, it's quite a sandy area, but it's just a harder natural earth layer which we haven't yet penetrated down into as humans. They've dug to that. They've got quite a few bits of pottery. Behind me here you can see a big hole. That's another waste pit just outside their shelter, their roundhouse. Behind there's a ring ditch boundary again. It's quite a good sized boundary. Where the fire pit would be around here somewhere inside the roundhouse. So I reckon this was the fire pit. So there was once a house built here, but in the next few months time there's going to be over 500 houses built here, and this one burnt down. What a shame. So that's about me. It's been an absolute privilege. Thank you very much for permission to everyone involved for letting me do this documentary here. It is very hard to get permission to metal detect and even field walk looking for flint knapped tools, let alone metal stuff that you have to dig up out of the ground, which is a bit of hard work. But then again, it is worth it when you see stuff coming out of the holes, even if it's a bit of crud. It used to be something once upon a time. My name's Sippy Swift, and if you like this episode of Under the Houses, stay tuned and subscribe for more. Just please appreciate our past history a little bit more. One more thing before I go, the amount of tin cans and modern tin foil rubbish in these fields is probably about 2/3 of what I dug up with a metal detector. Anyway, that's it from me here. I'm now going to get wrapped up and go fishing down the seafront at Felixstowe. So till next time, stay safe and I hope you find peace. Enjoying yourself outdoors.